Imagine landing at a US airport, thinking you're finally home, and then suddenly being pulled aside for extra questioning while your family waits in silence. For some green card holders, that fear is becoming very real. Across America, permanent residents are now asking one urgent question. Could international travel suddenly create problems when trying to come back into the United States? And what's causing panic online right now is that many people say the rules, screenings, and airport checks suddenly feel stricter than before. Tonight, we're uncovering the travel mistakes some green card holders don't even realize they're making, why certain travelers are being delayed, and the critical steps experts say every permanent resident should know before booking an international flight. Because what you don't know before leaving America could become the biggest mistake of your trip. Families across the country are watching this issue closely, because for many immigrants, a green card is more than a document. It represents years of sacrifice, paperwork, waiting, interviews, legal fees, and emotional struggle. That's why the growing fear around international travel is hitting communities so hard right now. Some people are now cancelling trips entirely after hearing stories online about airport delays, secondary inspections, and travellers being questioned for hours before re-entering the country. But here's where things become even more serious. Immigration attorneys and travel experts say many permanent residents still do not fully understand how certain travel decisions could raise concerns during re-entry. One of the biggest issues involves long stays outside the United States. Some green card holders mistakenly believe they can remain overseas for many months without consequences. But border officers may start asking difficult questions if someone appears to spend more time outside America than inside it. And for families who travel frequently for work, emergencies, or aging parents overseas, that uncertainty is creating growing anxiety. And this is the part many travelers don't realize until it's too late. Even simple paperwork problems can create unexpected stress at the airport. Expired green cards, damaged documents, missing paperwork, incorrect travel records, or outdated information inside government systems can suddenly turn a normal trip into a stressful experience. Some travelers say they expected a routine return home, only to face extra inspections, delayed questioning, or confusion while trying to re-enter the United States. Now, social media is making the fear even bigger. Videos showing emotional airport stories are spreading across TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram faster than ever before. Every viral clip creates another wave of panic inside immigrant communities. One person shares a stressful travel experience. Then thousands of viewers immediately begin wondering if the same thing could happen to them. And because fear spreads faster than facts online, many green card holders now feel uncertain every time they think about leaving the country. But experts say there's an important difference between panic and preparation. Most lawful permanent residents continue traveling internationally without serious issues every single year. Families still visit relatives overseas. Students still return to universities. Workers still travel for business. But experts say preparation has become more important than ever before. Travelers are now being encouraged to carefully review documents, maintain strong proof of US residency, avoid extremely long, unexplained stays abroad, and understand their individual immigration situation before traveling internationally. And then there's another issue causing concern. Some permanent residents are now hearing rumors online claiming green card holders could suddenly lose their status after traveling. Immigration experts warn that many of these viral claims are exaggerated or missing critical context. In reality, every immigration case is different. Factors like criminal history, unresolved legal cases, incomplete paperwork, or extended absences from the United States can affect how officers review certain situations during re-entry inspections. But what happened in some recent airport stories shocked many families. Several travelers described feeling emotionally overwhelmed during secondary questioning, because they feared being separated from loved ones or delayed unexpectedly after long international flights. Even when travellers were eventually allowed back into the country, the experience itself created fear that spread rapidly online. For immigrant families already dealing with stress and uncertainty, those stories feel deeply personal. And this next part is something every traveller should hear carefully. Immigration professionals say honesty during inspections matters more than ever. Officers may ask about travel length, work history, home addresses, overseas stays, or future plans. Calm, clear, truthful answers are extremely important during these conversations. Experts also recommend carrying important supporting documents whenever possible, including proof of employment, tax filings, housing records, return flight information, or evidence showing strong ties to the United States. Now here's the mistake many travellers make before international trips. They prepare for the vacation, but not for the return home. Some people spend thousands of dollars on flights, hotels, gifts, and family events, while barely checking whether their green card expires soon or whether important paperwork needs updating before departure. Immigration attorneys repeatedly warn that waiting until the last minute creates unnecessary risk and stress. And for some families, the emotional pressure is becoming overwhelming. Parents worry about travelling overseas to visit sick relatives because they fear unexpected problems returning home. Students worry about being delayed before important semesters begin. Workers fear job consequences if travel complications happen unexpectedly. Across immigrant communities, uncertainty itself is becoming one of the biggest sources of stress. But here's something important many people online are not talking about. The majority of green card holders who maintain updated documentation, strong US residency ties, and responsible travel histories continue re-entering the country successfully every day. That reality often gets buried under dramatic headlines designed to generate fear, clicks, and viral reactions. And that's exactly why this conversation matters right now. Because millions of people are trying to separate real immigration concerns from internet panic. In today's digital world, one emotional airport story can reach millions of viewers within hours. Algorithms reward fear, outrage, and uncertainty because emotional content spreads faster online. But immigration law is complex, and no single viral clip tells the full story. So what should green card holders actually do before travelling internationally? Experts say the safest approach is preparation, awareness, and planning. Double-check expiration dates early. Keep important records organised. Avoid extended, unexplained trips abroad whenever possible. Understand your immigration history clearly. And if unique legal concerns exist, speak with a qualified immigration attorney before travelling internationally. Because at the end of the day, this issue is bigger than airports and paperwork. It's about families. It's about stability. It's about people who spent years building lives inside the United States and now fear making one mistake that could create serious stress while trying to return home. And as travel fears continue spreading online, one question now remains. Are green card holders becoming too afraid because of social media panic? Or are these travel concerns something permanent residents should genuinely take more seriously before leaving the United States?